to make a very lazy chicken marsala recipe. Let me just put this out there. All right, I'm here. Get my skillet ready. I'm gonna cook this chicken. It's very, it's one of these dealies. It is actually really very good for a processed. Well, it's not really processed, just sauce. I guess it would be considered. Hey, oh yeah, maybe. Actually, that guy hasn't been around in a long time. He was here Thursday and not to be seen again. Amazing how that happened. But that's okay. I don't hold people hostage. So I'm just gonna put the fan on. Now I can't. I'm just gonna use a little safflower oil as per the directions. Like I said, I'm making a cheap, quick chicken marsala, but actually it's not so bad. It's only got 5 carbs, which isn't terrible. But I eat so little of it, it doesn't even matter. So I'm just gonna heat up some oil in the pan. I am using safflower oil. I would normally do coconut oil, but I'm kind of not, I don't have any right now, so I guess we're not doing that. So, that's life. Alright, nope, we're not going to put that over there. We're going to put this guy over here. Oops. Uh-oh, there we are. So I'm going to remove the safflower oil from that so you don't have to see the bottle. And like I said, this is just a quick, cheapy, easy way of making chicken marsala. You just heat the oil, then, plop the chicken into the pan, and so on and so forth. So, just so we all are understanding, if you don't eat meat and you don't want to see people eat meat, please check out the doors over there and, move it on out. I don't want any rude comments today. Moving on, moving forward. I said earlier today that I used to be a vegan. I'm not a vegan anymore. I had weight loss surgery. I can't eat vegan anymore. But I used to be, like I said, I used to be a vegan, and I was never food policed anybody, unless if I was in a vegan group where, somebody posted a product that had palm oil or GMOs in it. Because I don't believe, when I was vegan, I didn't believe palm oil was a vegan ingredient, which it's not, because you still have to kill orangutans and other animals to get it. But again, like I said, I'm not a vegan anymore. I had weight loss surgery. I had to take care of myself. My kid's dad has, he doesn't have much life left to live. He's got muscular dystrophy, so, I have to take care of myself. And unfortunately, I had to give up on veganism, which really does hurt me very much. I was vegan for the animals. I was never vegan for myself. I'm just that type of a person where I don't care about myself all that much, and I have to think about other people, but this was one of those case scenarios where I did have to indeed care about my children, because their dad may not have much life to live, and, so that's what that's what it's all about. So, so if you have a problem with me cooking chicken, like I said, check yourself at the door, and don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. So I'm using chicken strips for this, for the chicken marsala, because I can't eat that much chicken or anything due to, like I said, the weight loss surgery. The oil is perfect now. I'm going to put the chicken strips in there. Yep, awesome. Yep. I mean, a part of me would like to go back to being a vegan, but, it's just not in the cards. But then again, I have to remember the fact that most nutritionists are not for it. They don't like it. It's not their thing. But that's okay. I just have to do me and take care of myself. I've lost over 100 pounds. Hey, Manders, just cooking up some chicken strips, putting it in the pan. Oops. Whoa. I get like that when I have to heat up oil. I always keep, I know I'm not really big into plastics, but the Bumble butt at, I can understand that. I was never like that, though. I was never like that, to tell you the truth. You know, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It feels good. I have to tell you the truth. I was never really good at losing weight as a vegan. People say they do. People say they do lose weight as a vegan. I just didn't. Because there are some really good vegan treats out there. You wouldn't believe it, but there is. So, from what I had understood, that is, if I were to go back to being vegan, I would have to do a whole food plant-based diet, which is really difficult. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. But it does bother me. So, like, when somebody gets rude with me like they did yesterday about it, you know, just so you know, it really does bother me, because I love animals. I love them. I always think of others before myself, because that's just the way I am. Whoops. Uh-oh. 1 second. No, that's just... Yeah, nothing wrong with being a weekend vegan. Yeah, I agree. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Meghan Markle, I think, is a vegan, you know, most of the week, except for the weekends. Although, you know that Meghan Markle and Harry are going to raise that baby vegan. So, I love Meghan Markle. Oh, my God. Oh, isn't she awesome? Oh, no. I think I used the wrong... Oh, my God. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh. There we go. My chicken was kind of sticking to the pan a little bit. The oil got a little too hot. I'm going to turn it down. But, yeah. Actually, that's something I want to talk about when I get my chicken all cooked up here. Meghan and Harry. And, of course, James Charles. We got to talk about, yeah. Oh, thank you. I got this at Spencer's, I think, last year. I still love Spencer's and Hot Topic. I love it even more now that I can wear, you know, a regular size and pick pretty much whatever I want now. That part makes me so happy. So, yes, that was a crazy video. But you know what? I'm glad he did it. Oh my God, my chicken's sticking to the pan really good today. I might have used the wrong oil. Oh, there we go. Okay. Whoops. All right. Yeah, that was a very intense video that James made, but I'm glad he did. I didn't want to hate James Charles, to tell you the truth. I really like him. He's young and he's still learning some things. And, you know, that's the way I see it. You know, and I'm new to Tati. But I am a huge Jeffree Star fan. And you know, the way I see it is that I'm just thinking that James and this crowd here, I'm thinking this is just a toxic friendship here. I'm not taking sides on any of it. I just think it's just toxic. And, you know, I think it's good that James is going to be, you know, I think it's good for James to separate from Tati and Jeffree and whoever else. Yeah, I think so too. I think so, Manders. Maybe it's like, you know, here on YouTube, okay? We have myself, who's a small channel. I don't consider myself to be a big channel. But there are people out there who don't want you to move forward. because, you know, you are, you're putting a rift in their popularity. Maybe Tati was jealous because, you know, her following wasn't as big as James's. Hers was much lower than his. I don't know. So maybe this was a plot to, you know, simmer that boy down so she can get herself in gear. I don't know. I don't want to think that way either. As it is, I feel really bad because I had ill feelings about James Charles with all this. But with James Charles, I feel like, you know, when somebody is accusing somebody else of, you know, being sexual, you know, of sexual assault or being sexually, you know, like that, I feel like I need to automatically take the side of the victim. Oh, well, you'll get there. Don't worry, you'll get there. I've been on YouTube a long time, and I only just got to 1K recently, so I'm definitely getting up there in the world, you know. So I'm moving up in the world here on YouTube. I just go to networking streams. I've been on YouTube for 2 years, but I kind of only really got back into it when I saw Jamie's single swag video. I said, oh, let me check her out. She looks pretty cool. And that's what I did. I said, oh, I just had a feeling me and Jamie were going to be besties. And something about her just screamed, oh, that's my best friend. Oh, you're trying to lose subs. That's easy. Just put an unpopular opinion out there. I lose a sub a day, to tell you the truth. Yep. Yeah, trendsetter. Yes. I lose a sub a day, at least. Maybe 2. Some days I gain a sub and lose a sub, or some days I gain a sub and lose 10. I don't know. But it's cool. That's why I go to the networking ones and see if I can. But I like to support small people. Hi, Ames. I am making chicken. It is one of these deals here. Yay, yes. Dawn is awesome. I love her. She's so cute. So I'm making this is like a cheap, quick chicken marsala. I'm using chicken strips instead of, I'm using chicken fingers, tenders, whatever you want, call them. I'll show you the pan. See, I'm using chicken tenders instead of, you know, chicken cutlets because this is like me meal planning for the week. So whatever I don't eat today, this is lunch for the next few days, which is good. I can only eat like 3 ounces at a time, so and this stays well too, so it's easily, you know, microwavable. That's part of weight loss surgery, is that you start making meals that you could just pop in the micro. A lot of people out there do meal planning. I don't, but yeah, me too. Yep. Before I had weight loss surgery, I used to make shepherd's pie a lot. That was like a few days worth of food, you know. All right, so just browning the chicken a little bit more. They used to have a really, really good what do you call it? You know, beef. You know the beef and noodle thing. What the hell you call that? Hamburger Helper. They had a chicken one that was a honey mustard chicken. That was awesome, but I can't eat rice anymore, so that doesn't help me very much these days. But yeah, I'm just gonna check this chicken a little bit more. Just like to move it around. So, you know, the one, yeah, oh, I haven't tried any of that stuff, to tell you the truth. I'm not a curry fanatic. I guess, I just tried a lentil curry, and it was just like, not my deal. It was just, I guess I don't like the spice. I like Spanish food. That's my favorite. I like Spanish food. I like rice and beans, arroz con gandules, pernil, stuff like that. Oops. I am in New York. I live on Long Island. Alright, I think this is good to throw the sauce in there. So you just basically, you know, brown the chicken, toss this in there. Oops. This is going to be another 5 minutes. Oops. Uh-oh. What's the matter, doggy? Yes, Strong Island, yeah. Oh, we're definitely that tight. I usually don't like using plastic bags, these things, but when I went to Target yesterday, they kind of really didn't give me a choice. I told them no bags, and the woman at Target just wouldn't. She put the meat in the bag. I was like, I hope you're not going to charge me for something I didn't ask for. Trigger Trey, you know, bro. How are you? I even have a little piece of chicken for Frankie, so she won't be left out. Yes, that's how I am with my pets. Actually, I only have one pet, minus the owl outside. So, just going to cook that down for the next 5 minutes, and then we're all ready. Yep, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I'm going to see what Frankie's barking at. I wonder, I guess the place on the corner is having another party. Oh, no. What are you barking at, weirdo? Oh, nothing's going on. Uh-oh. Whoops. So yeah. So, like I said earlier in the live, if you're offended by me eating chicken for dinner, please make sure you check yourself at the door. Just be warned. Unfortunately, wrenches have been removed. You know, when I give a wrench to somebody, that means that you, I think you're going to have my back. And when you come into my live and you're rude, that's it, man. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to ban you. But wrenches? Nope. No wrench for you. And it's kind of sad that that happened yesterday during Live Fest. But, you know, sometimes you just got to rid yourself of the toxic people. Oh, I don't do that. No. Yeah, I don't, I definitely don't just give out wrenches. Ooh, really? What does that taste like? I don't just give wrenches out because, you know, it is a trust thing. And there's a lot of drama out there. Drama in which I choose not to be a part of. So I am very picky about it. If you're loyal to my channel and you come in here all the time and you're respectful and this and that, the person who I removed the wrench from, I was having a troll problem one day, and they had said, oh, give me a wrench and I'll take care of you. And I thought that was the truth. I thought this person was going to take care of me. And then yesterday we had Live Fest. We have Live Fest every Friday. It's me, Let's Talk About it with Jamie Johnson and Deer Park Farmstead. And, you know, I used to be a vegan. I'll go there again. I used to be a vegan. I'm not a vegan anymore. I had weight loss surgery. Can't do it. Sorry if that offends you. It offends me, to tell you the truth, because I love animals. And, but it's just the way I have to live right now. And that chicken's ready to go. I'm going to put only 2 chicken tenders on my plate because I'm pretty sure I can't eat it all. Hey, Boyzan. So, you know, yeah, it is. It is. And I think what happens is this person has, thank you. I think what happens is that this person is a larger channel. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of this going on where somebody has a larger channel and they don't want somebody to come up because they just don't, they think maybe they're afraid that they are going to take their spotlight. But I'm not taking anyone's spotlight. I have sunshine here because I am a sunny. And, you know, I just, it is what it is. So here's the finished product, just so you know. Oops, you can see it. Oops, there's chicken marsala. It is very good. This is Campbell's sauce. It tastes like you got it from the restaurant. I can't have bread or flour on my food, so this is just the right way for me. It's not terrible on salt. It's got a little bit of carbs in it, but that's fine. And the chicken, wow. Damn, I did a good job. But you know, like I said earlier in the live, with the regard, and of course, the dog wants some, but I have a piece for her. I had mine September 12th of 2018. I'm officially down 100 pounds. I weigh around 130. So I was kind of small. My highest weight was 230 pounds. That's where I said to myself, that's enough. I've gained enough and I don't want to gain any more. Thank you. And like I said earlier, I was a vegan. I wasn't losing weight as a vegan. Some people do, some people don't. I had a serious food addiction and a soda addiction. So maybe, you know, that's what caused my issues. But there are some fat vegans out there. Hey, Candace. There are indeed fat vegans out there. I was one. It does happen. There are good vegan foods out there. We have a place right here. Thanks. There's actually a place right up in New York City. It's they have a new thing. It's called the Penzi. It's actually an indoor food truck place. So they brought all the food trucks inside, and they have a place in there. It's called the Cinnamon Snail, and they make vegan donuts, which are wow to die for, and they make other vegan. I think they make like they're vegan comfort food items. They make macaroni and cheese. They make burgers. When I was there, they had what was called a turkey sandwich sandwich. It was vegan. It had mushrooms. It was made of mushrooms. So they basically made a mushroom taste like a turkey sandwich, and it was delicious. And just like I didn't think it was expensive. But then again, to tell you the truth, weight loss surgery diet is expensive because healthy food is just not cheap. I don't know why that is in this country. I guess it's more expensive to create healthy foods. But honestly, I've been eating expensive for the last year or so because I was trying to eat healthy. Cheap stuff is the stuff you don't want to put in your body. Oh, it's the same there too. Monsanto runs everything here in the States, so that doesn't really help us too much. They're in politicians' pockets too. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, that's basically what I did. I used to eat a lot of fast food, but honestly, fast food wasn't my I have to be honest, fast food really wasn't my vice. It was chips and all that kind of stuff. But even as a vegan, there was junk food. There was no, you know, I wasn't losing weight. Plus, you have to remember, a lot of meat alternatives are loaded with carbs. So that didn't really help me out very much. So that's probably why, you know, the nutritionists out there, they don't like veganism. They just don't, but it is what it is. You know, I do miss eating that way just simply because I love animals, and it does bother me. And, you know, when somebody calls me out for not eating vegan anymore, it does hurt me because I don't like eating this way. I love animals. I don't want to eat them. It kind of, I actually feel a level of guilt every day. But, I mean, if you could eat vegan and you're doing great, that's good for you. But I just I couldn't live the way I was anymore with my weight. I have 2 kids I have to worry about, you know. And, so I had to change. And, I knew that the only way I could change was, with the gastric sleeve, you know. I couldn't get myself to where I am now without it. You know, it's... Yeah. I hear that. I make things from scratch. Well, vegan scratch is kind of hard. Hi, my little bit of peace. Welcome. Cooking vegan as a, yeah, it's easier to work with alternatives because they're processed and they're quick and they're easy. And you don't have to worry about, you know, the rest of it. So that, you know, that was a problem. Excuse me. That was a problem with being a vegan, is that I relied on too many processed things. So if I want to go back to that, I'm going to have to do it whole food, plant-based, and no processed alternatives. I mean, I'm allowed to have the Beyond Burger. I do eat it. It is very good. That is a pea protein burger. In fact, I'm so full right now, I'm going to give the rest of this to the dog, because she deserves a little snack too. Yep. Okay, Frankie, hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. And that's another thing. When I was a vegan, I never appreciated the idea of people making their pets vegan. That doesn't make any sense. You know, that's not, I don't appreciate, I don't think that's good. And I, excuse me, if you were in my life before, I expressed the fact that I actually used to work with animals. Yep, Frankie gets a little chicken too. This is the joy of, this is the one good thing about weight loss surgery, is that what you can't eat, they can eat. No waste. But there's enough chicken tenders in the pan for the next couple of days, so I'm good for dinner for Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Not sure. That doesn't mean I'll follow that for the next couple days either, but yeah, that's one good thing about weight loss surgery and having a dog, is that there's never any waste. And the other good thing is that your kids get to learn how to eat properly. I mean, you could... Oh, your son's called Frankie. Oh, Frankie is, yeah. Oh, thank you. Frankie is, she's named after the Frank, the pug from Men in Black. When I went to go pick her out, there's actually 7 puppies to choose from, which was, I didn't even think pugs had that many, because they're small dogs. I am happy with what I already lost. Although I kind of made it to 138 this week because I was being a dummy. But I'm trying to get back to 130-ish. I mean, my surgeon would like me to go down to 120, but I think I'm happy with 130. And I was told that it is indeed a matter of preference. So I don't have to really go further if I don't want to. I mean, I'm sure he's looking for me to go more by the next time I get there. So I have to learn to maintain at this point. I mean, if I stay like in the 130 range and don't go further than that, I'm good. I mean, that's how I see it. I do have to maintain for the next, at least, I'm actually counting down at this point, like 9 more months, and I could discuss plastics for skin removal. I didn't think I was going to want or need that, but I do. That's a more involved surgery. It's the recovery process. Yeah, I do. I mean, I do make mistakes. I won't lie. If you were in my live earlier this morning, I did have a, it was a biscuits and gravy pocket from 7-Eleven. I mean, I'm not perfect. Food is an addiction. But I did cancel out, you know, some things for the day, so I shouldn't be, hey, Elevator Crazy, my good friend. How are you, darling? I got this. Yep. You know, that's what Jax Teller used to say in Sons of Anarchy. I'm so peanut butter and jealous right now because people are, you know, in Detroit, Michigan at Comic-Con, and Charlie's there and I'm not. But that's okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you? Always a pleasure to have you. All my mods up in here. If they're in blue, they are for you. But if they are gray, they are okay, as Val and Coco would say. So if you see somebody in here you don't know, make sure you make friends. Hey, Red Chili Tadka. Yay. Red Chili Tadka's in the house. So let's see, some celeb news that I wanted to talk about. Oh, first off, I wanted to talk about, I don't like to talk about the Kardashians, just so we know. That's not my deal. But, did you hear what the Kim and Kanye named the baby? Psalm West, as in like P-S-A-L-M. Now, I don't see too much, you know, I don't see too much, like, people hating on the name. Oh, there she is. Frankie, turn around. Hey. Hey. Yeah, they did. Yeah. So that one's name is Psalm West. P-S-A-L-M. P-S-A-L-M, like a psalm out of the Bible. So, so yeah, that's interesting. And you know what? I haven't seen anybody being rude about the name. I mean, I think it's different, and it's their child. It ain't my place to name somebody. You know, it's not my place to judge what somebody else names their child. I mean, it's not my place. Yay! Yep. So, but what I kind of find interesting is people aren't being all that rude about what Kanye and Kim named their baby, but yet people are really hating on what Harry and Meghan named their baby. If you were not aware, Harry, oh, we're talking about baby names in Hollyweird, I guess. So if you missed it, sports, Kim and Kanye West named their new baby Psalm West, P-S-A-L-M, like a psalm out of the Bible. But people, you know, people didn't really say much about it. I guess they probably figured that, you know, Kim and Kanye were going to name their baby something different, unique. It's unique. That's what it is. Like I said, I will never judge what a parent names their child, because that's just, I mean, that's what they want to name him. Yeah, I hear you. But people are so, like, rude about what Harry and Meghan named their baby. If you weren't aware what Harry and Meghan named the baby, they named him Archie. I think that's really cute. Don't you think that's cute? I think Archie's cute. That's just my deal. I'm kind of surprised people are just being so rude about that, but Kim and Kanye. But like I said, I think I call my daughter Boo Boo sometimes. I mean, but that's not her name. Yeah, oh, Archie's very popular in the UK. Okay. See that? But then why are people so rude about it? I love Meghan. I love her. I like her, how she just sparkles to me. She's so very different. And I guess that's what I really love about her. I just like her. I love Meghan. I just think she just sparkles to me. I don't dislike Kate. I don't dislike Kate. I just feel like Meghan just sparkles a little more. She seems more people friendly. Just more. I just feel like she's a little bit more than Kate. Right. I think I'm with you there, sports. Their name doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, I never judge anyone. The royal family as a whole. I don't know, I find them very fascinating. I do find the royal family very fascinating. There are some things that William and Harry do that I'm not fond of. I like the fact that um, I understand. I agree with you that. I agree with you that with that on that one, sports. Yeah, please do. If you're a mod, you could share your channels in here. Um, I listen. I don't care if people hunt for food. Um, I don't judge there. Um, but yep. See you later, elevator crazy. Much love to you, darling. Um, my thoughts are, if you're gonna sit there and talk about people who poach elephants, but then you go and do the same thing, but with a license to do so, that's hypocritical in my books. Um, that's just how I see it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Poaching still exists. And then you got the trophy hunters, which in my books is just legal poaching. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about hunting for, I'm not talking about hunting for food. I'm talking about, you kill something for ha-has and mount it on your wall kind of hunting. Deer hunters, I don't mind. I don't mind that. If they're hunting it and they're using everything, they're eating it, that's their way of, feeding it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't judge. I don't judge in that sense. If that's how you're gonna, you know, I used to be really strict about that. I didn't want to talk about any kind of hunting. My cousin, he lives in the Adirondacks, and that's how he survives. There aren't very many grocery stores. However, you don't have to live there. Yeah, I don't eat. I wouldn't eat deer either. No, that's not my deal. But listen, if that's your thing, as long as you're using everything and you're not, not being wasteful. Oh, Adirondacks? That's the Adirondack Mountains up in New York State. My cousin lives up there. It's pretty much, country land. But it's very remote up there. I mean, they have a lot of people. They have a lot of people living up there, but it's just... Right, I agree with that. Yeah, wilderness, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel about it. But, but yeah, that's how I see it with, that's how I see it with, William. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, sports. I don't agree with hunting for fun. No, I don't. I really kind of don't really, I kind of don't really like it for food either, but, like I said, if you're hunting for food and you use everything, I'm gonna mind my business. But hunting for fun, no, I don't like that. If you get off on killing for fun, then there's something psychologically wrong for you. Oh, you are part vegan. I'm not vegan anymore, but I'd like to get back to that. I'm trying to get back to it. But with the weight loss surgery, they're telling me that it's hard. It's very difficult to get everything in once. Yeah, I can understand that, Ames. I can understand that. Yeah, they don't have any personal effect on my life either. I don't live in the UK. I mean, unfortunately, our politics. Do you like the Beyond Burger, sports? I like the Beyond Burger. That's something I do like. That's very high in protein and low in carbs. But I'm trying to get back to veganism because, but with weight loss surgery, they're telling me it's not physically possible, but, we'll see what happens, I'm trying. It's no guarantee, but I am trying. But I was a vegan for 5 years. Have you had the Beyond Burger, sports? That one's really good. I like that one. I do still eat that. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, the Beyond Burger? Oh, that's really good stuff. That's a it's a plant-based burger. It is it's pea protein instead of soy protein. Oh, false alarm. Awesome. Glad you're back. No, my family's not vegan. No. When I was vegan, I was acting alone. I did have my kids eating vegan. Hold on. Oh, you may be able to find it at Whole Foods. I want to share this with you guys. Hopefully this ain't going to get me a community strike, but this is just too funny. Hold on. I don't think I get it. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Hold on. Oh no. Did the camera turn around? Oh, it didn't. Woo! Let's get that again if you missed it. Here, let's check this out again. Watch this. Ooh! Ouch! Whoops. Man, I hope I didn't get a community strike for sharing that. I didn't say it was copyrighted, so I think I'm good. Wow, that looked like that hurt. Did that look like it hurt? Damn. Yeah. It was kind of funny, though. I hate laughing at stuff like that, but, you know, it was pretty funny. Ouch. But yeah, I don't like that, you know. Mine are 9 and 11. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I want to. I did just upgrade my, I upgraded my, what do you call it, my Hulu package. So I do get HBO through Hulu. And so I can watch Game of Thrones. So I'm going to watch that soon. And Vikings I want to check out because that's a show that Travis Fimmel is on. And people say that Travis Fimmel looks like Charlie Hunnam, but I don't quite see it, so I'm not sure. But I do want to check that out. I'm a huge Charlie Hunnam fan, so I want to see. Ah, okay. Okay. I like, you know who I love on Game of Thrones is Maisie Williams. What an amazing young woman. She's amazing. I think I've talked about my tattoo here. Whoops. There we go. I think I've talked about my tattoo. If you could see it. It's hard to, yeah. She and I are in members of an organization called the Dolphin Project. If you're not aware, when come September, I'll be talking a lot about that on my lives. So from September 1st, you're so silly and sweet, sports. You know, Jamie's gonna go live in a bit. I'm sure maybe 6 or 7, not sure. But yeah, she Maisie Williams is a member of the Dolphin Project, and if you're not aware, there's a little town. Yeah, I like that other little guy, Pete Dinklage. Isn't he so good? He's such a nice guy. Yeah, so the Dolphin Project, they're between September 1st and March 1st in a little town called Taiji, Japan. They hunt dolphins for food as well as the captivity industry. Look at this weirdo. Look at my little weirdo. Hey, say hi, everybody. You're being a little weirdo. Yeah, you're being a little weirdo, Frankie. This is her favorite spot. She's very lazy today. Oh, hey, Manders. Yeah, she is a pug. That's my little puggy wuggy. She's, somebody once told me pugs are not, lap dogs, but this girl, she's definitely the queen of the laps. Yeah. Oh, she does this every day. Yep. This is her favorite spot for sleeping. Yeah. She's the best. Sweetest little dog. Yeah, you're so sweet. Yes. The kids aren't home today, so she's, you know, like this. But yeah. So, yeah, she definitely is. she's actually trained as a service dog, so I do take her. Oops, hold on. A little scratch. So I do take her everywhere. Unfortunately, I'm about to move my arm because it is what it is. So I'm gonna, whoops, I have to unlock my laptop. And unfortunately, this is what's gonna happen here, because she is kind of heavy. She's about 17, 18 pounds. So that gets a little heavy back there. But yeah, so Maisie is a member of the Dolphin Project. So from September 1st to May 1st in Taiji, Japan, they do hunt dolphins. Any species. Generally, it's bottlenose, Riso dolphins, all those kinds of dolphins out there. No orcas, thankfully. But that, you never know. Things can change at any point. But I don't think there's any orcas around there anymore, so maybe that's a plus. They learned not to migrate past Japan at that time of the year. So, so people ask why this, yeah, no problem. I'm glad you're here. So I'm talking about, Taiji, Japan. So why do they hunt dolphins? They hunt dolphins because the captivity industry buys dolphins from there. Now, places here in the States will say that they don't buy them from there, but they kind of do. They find one way or another to do it. SeaWorld has SeaWorld Japan, and, they can just transfer dolphins. So if we don't want Japan hunting dolphins, we need to stop, supporting places that have dolphins. And that's just the easiest way of doing it. And the funniest part about, it's not really funny, but the funniest part about places who have orcas are generally near the ocean, which is really strange. But you can go whale and dolphin watching nearby. Like, let's take SeaWorld San Diego. Oh, I did one of those today, Candace. Yep. But the funny thing about SeaWorld in San Diego is it's in San Diego. And San Diego is right, it's right by the ocean. And they actually do have orcas in the wild in San Diego. So you really kind of don't need to go to SeaWorld to see orcas in San Diego. You could just go on a whale watching tour. And they're actually, the tickets to a whale watching tour is actually far less. Cool. It's far less than going to a SeaWorld. I think I got me and Isabel onto a whale watching boat last June for, I think I paid under $40. Ooh, Ames, that's awesome. That's what I do. I do some vlogs. I do, I do all different kinds of things. Somebody actually wanted to interview me today. Somebody who has a YouTube channel where they interview others asked me recently if they could interview me. So I'm really cool. That's awesome, and I'm going to take up that offer. So actually, I think somebody else asked me to interview me recently too. Jamie is friends with Perez Hilton, and it seems as though as Perez may have been listening to me lately. So that's awesome. I know Perez Hilton gave some insight to, yeah, I don't, honestly, the the person who's interviewing me is a little smaller, has a smaller channel, but I am going to accept it. We'll give it a shot and see what happens. Maybe maybe this person will interview me, and since I have a larger, since I have a pretty large following, I think she just follows him on Facebook and YouTube, and they converse back and forth. He has commented back and forth with me, but I don't have the power to message Perez. At least I haven't done it before. But he has been pretty cool with me lately, Perez Hilton. And it does seem like he's been listening to some of the things I say. And I will talk about this again because it's very big. First of all, I just want to say this. I love how different YouTube and Facebook is. Facebook is all over politics right now. So that is annoying. But YouTube isn't about politics right now. I love how with us here on YouTube, where there are channels just for that, there are channels designated to politics. So if you don't want to talk about politics, then you don't have to talk about politics. But YouTube, we really just care about celebs and our YouTube celebs, which would be Jeffree and James Charles. And of course Tati. I don't know if everyone in here has watched the 40-minute video that James Charles has posted today. I did. I watched the whole thing, and it's in all its glory. Let me tell you, I was glued to the screen watching this. And I have to say, I feel really bad. Oh, I'm sure he will. Jeffree just made a video yesterday on Snapchat. Because the thing is, people are comparing Jeffree and James because, oh, Laura's in the house. Hey, Laura. So basically, people are comparing, yeah, I think Jeffree's going to have to. Yeah, okay, so James is a beauty guru, if you weren't aware. He's a beauty guru. Tati is a beauty guru. Sorry, my eye is itchy because I went for a walk. I don't think this is going to be over for a long time either. And you know what? It's awesome for us because it gives us something to talk about, which is awesome. I love it. My eyes are itchy because I went walking to 7-Eleven earlier today. I like it. This is what I like about YouTube, is that it's a different story. We could talk about this, and it's not politics. And, you know, I like it. It's an escape from Facebook for sure. Yeah. And, you know, I have to be honest, at first, I'm very torn right now. I am very torn about this because I love James. I'm new to Tati. I love Jeffree. I mean, I talk about Jeffree all the time on how much I love me some Jeffree. I think his products are fabulous. His lipstick is thebomb.com. I do want to try his concealer. I didn't buy it when it came out, but I'm desperately awaiting for it to be restocked. I do believe the C5 was my right color, so I was unfortunate in that sense. But, so I am very torn right now. Yeah, I agree on that one. Ugh, Single Swag sent me a message. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. The worst subscription box company on the face of the planet. But I'm not going to go there. So, I am Team Jeffree all the way. I love Jeffree. And Jeffree did make a Snapchat video yesterday or the day before. Because people were comparing him to James. Now, I didn't know the full James story because of Tati. Tati didn't have... wow, this is why I'm so torn right now. Whoa, this is like a whole turn of events here. The way I live life is... And the same thing with Jussie Smollett, is when somebody comes out and says that they were violated, sexually assaulted, abused in some way, domestic violence, whatever it is, I automatically take the side of the victim because I was a victim as well. I am a domestic violence survivor. I'm a rape survivor. I've been through it all. So that's where I stand on that. So when Tati came out and said that James was being a predator to straight men, that's where I was at. I always take the side of the victim. And that's where I am at with that at first. Yeah, me too. That's why this is why the sun rays are so close, is that we've been there. We've been in all sides of this. So when Tati was exposing James as a, yeah. So when Tati was exposing James Charles as a predator, she, right, you know what it is? She said she was present in a conversation, and Jeffree Star was backing her up on it. Maybe Jeffree Star should stay out of this at this point in time. I love Jeffree. Again, I'm very torn. It seems like there's many sides to this story, and that's where I'm at. I'm very torn. I am so very torn on this because I love James Charles. I think he's adorable. I don't think, listen, this is the way I look at celebrities, whether it be YouTube celebrities, actresses, politicians, or whatever. I don't like to put celebrities on a role model pedestal. That's not where I think they belong. Role models for young people should be people who are really close to them, whether it be a parent, a family member, a teacher, a family friend, whatever. That's where I think role models belong. I don't believe that celebrities should be put on the pedestal of role model because they are celebrities and we do not know them personally. And so, you know, thankfully, my daughter is a very big fan of James Charles. So, you know, as a parent, of course, I get nervous with that because, you know, the predator issue came up. And, you know, my daughter's very sensitive. She likes James Charles. She likes Jeffree Star. She's not really big into Tati either, and neither am I. I was never really big into Tati. I'm into Jeffree and James. Because I knew of Jeffree long before any of this. I remember Jeffree on, you know, the Kat Von D show. And I remember, you know, his music is fabulous. I love Jeffree Star's music. My problem with James Charles started, to be honest, with the tour issue. I was very annoyed with what he was charging young fans to do a meet and greet, to tell you the truth. That did bother me. I thought that was ridiculous. $100 was the lowest price ticket. And now, I don't think James Charles is in the right frame of mind to charge people $100 for a selfie. Originally, originally the $99 ticket did not include a selfie. James Charles is 19. He'll be 20 very shortly. I think in a few weeks, he said. So, the way I see life is that this boy is getting too big for his britches. Although, Tati, I'm not really sure what you're getting at here. James had a lot of proof in his video today. So that kind of leads me to believe, you know, maybe Tati's out to get James. I'm not sure what's going on here. But I feel bad now because I feel like I wrongfully judged James Charles because of the things that Tati had said, and I feel really bad. So, James, if I made a wrongful feelings or thoughts about you, I am very, very sorry. I didn't mean it. Simply because somebody made you out to be a predator. And like I said earlier, when it comes to those kinds of things, I am always on the side of the victim. So, until proven otherwise, like Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett played out he was a victim, and he turned out not to be the victim. Although James Charles has, you know, he has made mistakes and said that he didn't want to go to Africa because of the whole Ebola thing, blah, blah, blah. You know, people say stupid-ass things every now and then. Jeffree Star has said stupid-ass things, and he has been forgiven. But I feel like Jeffree Star is probably either going to make a video in reference to what James Charles said in his video today, or he won't. Maybe it's best that Jeffree doesn't say anything. I don't know. I was all for what Perez Hilton had said about James Charles, that Perez Hilton said he shouldn't say anything for a while and just, you know, go to therapy and, you know, do those kinds of things. Another thing that I feel is a good thing for James right now is that Yes, I agree with the therapy thing. Maybe it'll help. You know, it makes him look good. It makes him look like he's willing to work on himself, which is, you know, a very good thing. There's never anything wrong with saying that you need therapy. I do believe one good thing in this regards is that the one positive thing that'll come out for James Charles is that, you know, he is going to have to remove himself from these people. They obviously don't have James Charles' best interest here. You know, I just feel like that is where that's at right now. But the positive thing for James Charles right now is that he can do him right now. He needs to work on himself, which is not a problem. He needs to get himself, he said in his video today that he's going to be taking a break from YouTube for a while, which I believe that is a very, very good idea. You know, he does need to do that. But I believe that, you know, that's a good thing for him right now. He needs to take a break. He needs to do him. And I think he can come back from this one way or another. But, you know, I think, you know, this is a good thing for James. He can come out of this. He can come out shining and smelling like potpourri. So what James Charles needs to do is just back away from Jeffree and Tati and just do him. He needs to just do that. And I think that's what's good for his brand. I think he needs to stand on his own. And actually, I believe I said this the other day, too, is that, you know, maybe this is just a toxic friendship for James. So what he needs to do is just break away and, you know, he could do him now. He needs to come up with his own brand. You know, don't rely on Tati. Don't rely on Jeffree. And he needs to come out with his own brand. And that will be the best thing he could do for right now. And so, but I do believe, it does sound like all parties involved do want to do a sit down and do that. Oh, Perez Hilton is talking about this right now. So I will have to check that out, and we'll have to talk about this later as well. I just think that's the best thing for right now, is that, you know, James needs to just find himself, and that is the right thing for him. And I think that's awesome. And, you know, I think there's just too many sides to this story, and we'll see what happens in the end. But like I said, the best thing that can come of this is that, you know, like I said, James is going to just do him for a while, and he will do that. So anyways, guys, since nobody's in here for right now, I'm going to end the live because my kids should be home soon. And Jamie, let's talk about Jamie Johnson. She'll be going live in a while. And I do want to check out this video from Ashley Kyle, as well as Perez. So we have something to talk about maybe tomorrow at 7:30, 7 o'clock. So I'll be going live tomorrow at 7 p.m. and I will see you guys later. And remember, when you look good,